to oh snap. Today we got 10 best free agents you forgot were still available to sign with teams.
With preseason on the horizon and plenty of household names surprisingly remain unemployed.
Let's start with wideout Amari Cooper on the other side of the ball. How about 32-year-old Matthew Judon?
So, here are 10 big-named NFL free agents that you didn't realize are still unsigned and available to sign with your favorite team. Amari Cooper. Just imagine somebody telling you 1 year ago that Cooper would remain unsigned with 2025 free agency underway. Life sure comes at you fast in the NFL. The 5-time Pro Bowler has been one of the NFL's most productive receivers since his 2015 rookie year, with 7 1,000-yard seasons over 10 years. But Cooper endured the worst season of his career in 2024, recording just 44 catches for 547 yards and 4 touchdowns. You can chalk much of that up to being on a lousy Cleveland Browns team, but Cooper was hardly noticeable after getting dealt to the Buffalo Bills at the deadline. I mean, how are you a non-factor with Josh Allen as your QB? Still, it is a bit of a surprise that Cooper was available when inferior receivers like Brandon Cooks, Josh Palmer, and Darius Slayton landed multi-year deals. Stephon Diggs isn't much better than Cooper at this phase of his career, and he just got $63.5 million from the New England Patriots. Cooper is entering his age 31 season, sure, but don't forget, he had a career year with the Browns in 2023. The truth must be somewhere in between. 800 to 900 yards might be a more realistic target now, but man, that would still make Cooper an effective number 2.
Who's to say? Because thinking of it right now, whole time I'm thinking as he's talking, I'm thinking what team would take a risk on, bro? The Raiders. I can see him going to the Raiders. Think about it. Brock Bowers. They don't really truly. I mean, ooh. Jacoby Myers is not on the Raiders. I don't think. I think he is though. Jacoby Myers could still be on the Raiders. I think he is on the Raiders. So you got Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, Amari Cooper, Geno Smith at quarterback. I could see the Raiders trying to pick up Amari Cooper for a fact. Besides, I mean Baltimore got D-Hop. Yeah.
Receiver somewhere, Justin Simmons. Despite earning his second Pro Bowl selection and fourth second-team All-Pro nod in 2023, Simmons was released by the Denver Broncos in a cap-saving move. So it felt like a giant coup for the Atlanta Falcons when they grabbed Simmons on a 1-year deal worth $8 million following his release. Simmons was still at the peak of his powers when Denver cut him loose, and he was to form a prolific secondary alongside fellow All-Pro safety Jesse Bates and star cornerback A.J. Terrell. Though Simmons had 2 interceptions and 7 pass breakups, he never quite looked like his All-Pro self in Atlanta. Simmons finished with a lackluster 59.9 grade at Pro Football Focus, but that was largely brought on by porous pass rush and run defense grades. According to Pro Football Reference, Simmons allowed an 81.9 passer rating when targeted and only 229 yards in coverage. So he's still a difference maker against the pass, which is why his status as a free agent in training camp is a bit surprising. In today's pass-heavy NFL, you need all the help you can get in the secondary. Simmons would be a very nice piece for a Super Bowl hopeful with voids at safety. You know, like the Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco 49ers, or heck, the Cincinnati Bengals. One thing's for certain though,
If the Bengals, I ain't gonna lie, if the Bengals don't address their defense, I seen they signed their rookie, and I seen that Hendricks trade 91 dude. I see he back at the training camps, but I know he not playing. It's a hold in. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't play yet. The Bengals, I could see him on the Bengals, but the 49ers did lose a lot of players, and I'm so happy for that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the 49ers, like literally.
Ends up picking Simmons on a no-risk, high-reward deal is not gonna regret it. Matt Judon. Judon emerged as one of the league's best pass rushers after joining the...
Hey, I can't lie. I thought we was gonna sign him, but we ended up getting Dexter Lawrence. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it, but I thought we was gonna get Matthew Judon for sure. But Carolina, if I'm Carolina, why would you not get Matthew Judon? Like that's like being an NBA team against Jay Crowder. You know what I'm saying? Like go get Go get Matthew Judon, bro. Trust me, that he reliable for sure.
New England Patriots on a 4-year deal in 2021 free agency. In 3 years under Bill Belichick, Judon racked up 32 sacks in just 38 games. Unhappy with his contract situation heading into last year, Judon and the Pats couldn't agree on a new deal. So he was sent to the Atlanta Falcons in exchange for a 3rd-round pick. Judon didn't make much of an impact with his new team, however, tallying just 5.5 sacks and no forced fumbles. But it's not like Judon was a product of the so-called Patriot way under Belichick. He earned back-to-back Pro Bowl nods with the Baltimore Ravens in 2019 and 2020 before taking his talents to New England, tallying 9.5 sacks in the former year. Maybe Judon is past his prime, or maybe Atlanta was just a bad fit for the 4-time Pro Bowler. But hey, other teams don't know until one of them actually takes a chance on him. Might be worth noting that only 11 players have more sacks than Judon since 2021, even though he missed most of the 2023 season. With 37.5 sacks in that 4-year period, Judon has more than the likes of Khalil Mack, Rashawn Gary, DeForest Buckner, and Cameron Hayward. And that's just to name a few names. Brandon Sherf. The Jacksonville Jaguars caught a lot of heat, and we're not talking about the Florida sunshine. And it's all when they handed Sherf a 3-year deal worth $49.5 million in 2022 free agency. And that was because of Sherf's lengthy injury history, not his production. Incredibly, the 5-time Pro Bowl guard stayed healthy and started every game in Jacksonville over the duration of his contract. But Sherf had a meh PFF grade of 64.7 last year, but he remained excellent in run blocking, garnering a 74.5 pass blocking grade that placed him in 19th among guards. He may be entering his age 33 season, but Sherf is still better than the vast majority of starting NFL guards. You tell me the Kansas City Chiefs don't want to bring him in for depth after getting manhandled in the Super Bowl? The 49ers don't want to take a cheap replacement for Aaron Banks? Come on, the Houston Texans have no interest in helping CJ Stroud? The hell? What about the Cincinnati Bengals? There are far too many teams that make way too much sense for Brandon Sherf. How he remains unsigned, like Cooper and Simmons, is truly beyond us. Stephon Gilmore. It's hard for cornerback.
You can come to Seattle now. Let me tell you what pissed me off. In the draft, I wanted 2 things. First of all, I believe we had a great draft, an amazing draft. I am not mad at our draft, but I thought we were going to either get Kobe Bryant or Will Johnson. Ended up getting neither. Okay, boom, go past the draft. Now we're making trades and signing free agents. I see Jair Alexander. Excuse me. I see Jair Alexander, free agent, looking to somewhere to sign. I think to myself, Jair Alexander, Reek Woollett, and Spoon on the same defensive, on the same defense. Then you sprinkle in Kobe Bryant, Julian Love, Ernest Jones. Then you got Mafe, Lawrence, Murphy, dude. Come on, bro. I'm telling you, fam. We defense looking top tier. Don't forget Dexter Lawrence. You see what I'm saying? Knight. Can't forget. You know what I'm saying? Our defense really raw in the beat. Then Jair goes to Baltimore. I'm like, damn, okay. So then I'm thinking, Asante Samuel. I'm thinking we gonna sign him. We ain't signed him. You know who we signed? Shaquille Griffin. We see Jair on here. We pass him. Asante Samuel, I know he coming off an injury, but we didn't sign him. We signed Shaquille Griffin. Don't get me wrong. We seen him play. He's played well for us. I'm not sitting here saying like he's some chum bucket. He's played well for us, 1,000%. But I mean, you telling me you could have Jair Alexander on your team to pair up with 2 lockdown corners you already got? Why would you not take that?
In their mid-30s to play at an adequate level. So, the longevity of the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year must be applauded. Now, of course, the 5-time Pro Bowler and 2-time first-team All-Pro is not in his prime anymore, but Gilmore fared pretty well in his age 34 season with the Minnesota Vikings, making a game-saving interception off Aaron Rodgers in Week 5 against the New York Jets. Gilmore had 9 pass breakups and finished with a 63.9 PFF grade, boasted by a run defense grade of 77.6 that ranked 28th among 222 corners. So, yeah, Gilmore is very much a starting caliber corner at this phase of his career. And one thing that hasn't left since his final season with the New England Patriots, his clutch ball hawking skills.
I forget how many
only
teams?
12 corners have recorded more pass breakups than Gilmore's 33 since 2022, folks. The guy can still play. If anything else, a team can sign him as a backup piece and lean on Gilmore's veteran leadership and big game experience. A man with a Super Bowl 53 ring and 2 AFC Championship victories could really help a young team take that next step forward. Gabe Davis. The cap-strapped Buffalo Bills made the tough decision to let Davis walk in 2024 free agency, despite cementing himself as one of the league's better. The Jaguars pounced on the opportunity and signed the speedster to a 3-year deal worth $39 million, hoping that he'd be another weapon for Trevor Lawrence. But Big Game Gabe just never found his game in Duval County. He caught just 20 passes for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns before suffering a torn meniscus that ended his season at 10 games. Davis averaged 12 yards per catch and 23.9 yards per game in 2024, which were both career lows by a wide margin. 1 year after handing him that massive deal in free agency, the Jaguars decided to cut Davis following the 2025 draft. Now, one bad year does not mean that Davis was a product of Josh Allen and the Bills' offense. The 2024 Jaguars were broken. Like, completely broken, even before Trevor Lawrence suffered a concussion that ended his season. Literally, nobody on that unit lived up to expectations, except maybe rookie Brian Thomas Jr. With his game-breaking speed and flair for the dramatic, hence the Big Game Gabe nickname, Davis should not have been on the market for long. Look, just saying, you can never have too many playmaking weapons in today's NFL. Marcus Williams. Man, this guy's kind of fallen off the map, huh? To Williams' credit.
Hold on. What was this video I made? Did he not? I thought he got signed.
His missed tackle in the Minneapolis Miracle in 2017's divisional round playoff game did not define nor destroy his career, turning that production into a 5-year, $70 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens in 2022. Williams was supposed to be the final piece for a dangerous Ravens secondary that also had Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, and Kyle Hamilton. But unfortunately, injuries caused him to miss 19 games over 3 years in Baltimore, and he just never really seemed to fit in their defense. Baltimore cut Williams after the 2024 season, finding a valuable replacement in first-round pick Malachi Starks out of Georgia. After Williams tallied a horrendous 42.9 PFF grade last year, can you really blame him? He's been around for a while now, but Williams is only entering his age 29 season. He's not ancient for an NFL safety by any means. But will a forgettable stint in Baltimore mark the beginning of the end for his playing career? Unlikely. Asante Samuel Jr.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. Green Bay, you need to pick bro up. I wanted him to come to Seattle, but I don't think we ain't gonna sign him because we just, like I said, we signed Shaquille Griffin, so you know. But bro, I mean, if I'm the Jets, the Giants, I don't know why y'all wouldn't. I know he's coming off an injury, but like, bro, y'all see bro in the field, like he young, so it's like it makes no sense, bro.
The son of the 4-time Pro Bowler and 2-time Super Bowl champion has not reached the level of stardom that Senior did. But he certainly inherited his dad's elite ball hawking skills, recording 6 interceptions and 37 pass breakups. Unfortunately, a shoulder injury limited him to 4 games, so Harbaugh never got a real chance to fully unlock his potential. Samuel Jr. underwent neck surgery in April, so there are medical red flags here, hence why he hasn't signed yet. Still, a young player with his skill set should have landed a contract by now. You can't tell us most teams have multiple cornerbacks with higher ceilings than Asante Jr. Jadeveon Clowney.
Ooh.
Clowney never lived up.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you. Washington, Detroit. Hey, Washington or Detroit, brother. You need to go ahead and make one of those. Not even Washington, for they got Von Miller. Ooh, Detroit might re-sign Zadarius Smith. I ain't gonna lie, fool. Who do the Raiders did release Wilkins? I mean, you don't play D tackle, but I mean, put you on the edge. I mean,
to the generational label, but hey, he's still been an above-average pass rusher through his first 11 NFL seasons. Clowney's 5.5 sacks from 2024 don't scream elite, but the advanced stats prove that he's still a true difference maker. Even on a lousy Carolina Panthers team, Clowney finished 13th in ESPN's pass rush win rate among edge rushers, and 3rd in run stopping behind only Rashawn Gary and Max Crosby. That's sort of why it was baffling when the Panthers released Clowney after the 2025 2025 NFL Draft, even though he was the top pass rusher on a team that gave up the most points last year. Clowney's production has been up and down throughout his career, but his elite run defense and big playability would make him a worthwhile addition for any team, really. Players with 5 seasons of 9+ sacks don't exactly grow on trees after all. Keenan Allen. The 6-time Pro Bowler had an up and
I thought the Chargers, I kid you not, once his contract with Chicago came to an end, I genuinely thought the Chargers were gonna come back, scoop him up. They signed Mike Williams instead, and then Mike Williams retires. What? What are we? And then they still haven't signed him. And then like Mike Williams retires, and yet he's still a free agent. Why have y'all not signed, bro, yet? Like, it's actually baffling me. Him and Lad McConkey, man, come on, bro. Like, why y'all not signing, bro?
down 1-year stint with the Chicago Bears, but it's hard to really fault the former Chargers superstar. The Bears, specifically the Caleb Williams-led offense, were victims of coaching malpractice. Allen also had to share reps with superstar DJ Moore and prize rookie Rome Odunze, and despite that, he finished with 70 receptions for 744 yards and 6 touchdowns. Allen is still a crafty route runner and dangerous red zone threat. He makes sense for most teams, but the Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Rams, Denver Broncos, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Houston Texans really stand out as the more logical landing spots. It doesn't make sense that one of the game's best offensive weapons of the past decade is still unsigned at this phase. But hey, which other big-named free agents did you forget are still available? Was there anyone notable that we may have missed? Let us know in the comment section.
Like you said, bro, if there's somebody we missed, bro, or if there's a better team you can see some of these free agents on, bro, drop that hoe in the comments, bro. Let me know something.